Michael Porter Jr.
He is the prototypical player for the modern NBA. Tall, athletic, and can shoot.
He can shoot the ball from deep. He can be at the pinch post, reverse pivot, score over the top of you because he's 6'10". He can handle the ball like a point forward. Like, he's a guy that's going to fit right into the league right away and be impactful.
Four-man that's able to handle it, crazy athletic, and shoot from the outside. I think I've seen him on the EYBL circuit as well, so he's a talent.
He is talented and has terrific potential, especially as a stretch four.
At close to 6'11" in shoes with a near 9'1" standing reach, Porter, when healthy, is a lob threat in the open court. He's a good leaper off 2 feet and really has the measurements of a modern big man in today's NBA. Was a terror in transition prior to Missouri, finishing above the rim with ease and force. Then a tip dunk threat in the half court. Good instincts, big reach. Now, he's not the toughest, most physical guy on the defensive glass, but he has the tools and anticipation to be a factor in that area moving forward. Porter is extremely versatile on the offensive end of the floor with tremendous scoring instincts. He can attack defensive rebounds and push and transition at 6'11". And then in the half court, he's a big-time shot maker. Shooting is his best NBA skill, and at his size, you can pick and pop him to space, and he does a great job of elevating, getting his feet under him, and really rising into that catch-and-shoot jump shot. Just really nice touch, elevation, and rotation. And he's also a guy who's going to be able to get going on the move. You can use him in multiple actions. Here he airballs this catch-and-shoot three, but just not a lot of guys his size who can get his feet set that quickly and rise into an on-the-move jumper. Then in transition, can play off of hang dribbles and elevate into pull-ups. Really rare, unique skill set. Again, rising up over his defender in mid-range spots. Soft touch. Then also really comfortable in the mid-post, just using his size to shoot over the top of smaller defenders. He's going to benefit from NBA spacing, where he'll likely spend most of his time at the 4 and potentially even some small ball 5 if he's able to get stronger and tougher. Porter does have some defensive potential given his size, reach, and instincts. Can contest on the perimeter and switch situations with that 9'1" standing reach. He does get beat off the bounce a little bit more than you'd hope, plays the game upright, but does a nice job of recovering and then using his leaping ability and reach to make shots difficult at the rim. Here does a nice job of keeping Marvin Bagley in front and bothering his shot in the paint. He has his ups and downs off the ball, but Porter shows good anticipation in the passing lanes when he's fully engaged, and he can also fly around to block shots defensively using that 9'1" standing reach. Very agile, can cover ground quickly when he's locked in. Porter has some defensive potential given his reach, instinct, size, and agility when he's healthy, but he just struggles to sit down in a stance and gets beat off the dribble far more often than he should. Plays the game a bit high on both ends of the floor and struggles to contain penetration at times, and doesn't always play with a sense of urgency in closeout situations, here going half speed and gets blown by. Then off the ball, his toughness and awareness can really improve. Motor's a little bit up and down, here helps off the strong side shooter, and Kosta Mushidi gives up a wide open 3, then tends to get caught on screens as well. Just needs to do a better job of fighting through off-ball actions. Porter's defensive toughness remains a major question mark. Here he's in perfect position to rotate on this Yante Maton drive and make a play at the rim. Instead, he stands, watches, and allows the open dunk. Then Porter offers very little resistance as a post defender. He's light in the lower body and just doesn't play with much toughness or grit. He's going to be asked to play some 4 and 5 in the modern NBA, but just doesn't quite have that tenacity yet to guard the post. Then gets beat on the defensive glass by Marvin Bagley here. Again, loses sight of Bagley, doesn't find a body, gives up the offensive rebound, and then commits the foul. Needs to get tougher in these situations. He's versatile, he's skilled, he's 6'11", but so much of Michael Porter's offense comes off of contested, off-balance, tough jump shots. Here it's impressive that he can get to that back shoulder fade at will, but that's a difficult shot to live off of. Now, because he has those long legs and plays with such a high center of gravity, Porter struggles to get by his man at times in the half court, regularly hitting the deck. And this wasn't just a problem at Missouri post-surgery. We saw this at the prep level as well, unable to get by his man, settling for these contested step-back jumpers. It's a big reason why he lives off so many inefficient shots in the half court, because he simply doesn't get by his man with regularity. Now, this should improve with NBA spacing, playing the 4, but that upright style of play is certainly something to watch moving forward. He plays too much catch and hold basketball, knocked off balance on his way to the rim, and just struggles reacting to help side defenders. Major questions about Porter's ability and willingness to make his teammates better. Here has Gary Trent wide open, fading to the deep corner, settles for a turnaround long 2 instead. Then when he does decide to give it up, just not that natural or accurate of a playmaker. Then Porter also has some issues finishing in traffic. Now, some of this is due to shot selection and the fact that he's clearly not 100% here, but he shies away from contact in the paint and is much more comfortable loading up off 2 feet rather than exploding off 1. Here gets knocked off balance easily on his way to the rim, unable to explode in traffic. And this was somewhat of a concern prior to Missouri as well. Here you can see just doesn't have great balance or core strength after that hop step through the paint, and then doesn't maintain balance when he's on his way to the rim, struggles playing through contact in traffic both as a driver and as a finisher when he catches in the paint. Just not all that tough or strong in the lower body. Here on that far block, you can see him trying to post up Lou Dort to no avail. Teams are going to switch him over and over and over again, and it remains to be seen if he'll be able to punish those switches on the block. And again, the physicality of Lou Dort, a factor against Michael Porter here, keeping him off the offensive glass, eventually hits the deck after contact.
Jonathan Gavoni of DraftExpress.com. We're here in Colorado Springs at the USA Basketball Development Camp with Michael Porter.
Jim Hlavik with Draft Express here at the 2017 McDonald's All-American Game. We're here with Michael Porter.
We're here with Michael Porter at the Adidas Nations Global Camp in Houston.
Michael Porter Jr.
This kid is a special talent.
Talking to some league executives, they believe that Michael Porter will absolutely be a top 10 pick in this year's draft.
I feel like I can impact the game almost at any level and at any position.
Michael Porter Jr. is one of the draft's biggest question marks. The former RSCI number 2 recruit is loaded with talent at 6'11", with outstanding scoring instincts, versatility, and high-level on-the-move shooting. If he returns to the form we've seen at Nike Hoop Summit, McDonald's All-American, and on the FIBA and EYBL circuits, Porter has a chance to turn in a stellar NBA career. But there are questions about his physicality and toughness, ability to play with others, and his durability. Can he score efficiently at the NBA level? Will he find ways to make his teammates better? How will he hold up physically over the course of an 82-game season? These are the questions NBA teams will want to know before investing in Michael Porter Jr.
With the way the league's headed, those positionless players, tall wing players that can dribble the ball, I really feel like I could play 1 through 4, and feeling the way I do now, guard 1 through 4. So I believe I'm the best player in the draft.